Back in 2019, I bought my first share of VOO, and at the time, I really didn't know what I expected out of this ETF. I knew I wanted something simple, and I knew I wanted to invest. But fast forward to today, and that position is worth over $34,000. My cost basis is about $27,000, and I'm sitting on a little bit over $6,800 in gains just from VOO. So in today's video, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to give you an exact look at my VOO position and how those buys have averaged out to be about $10 a day. And then at the end, I'm going to share my biggest lesson from investing in VOO. And if I was to start at zero, would I invest in VOO again? And from there, we'll go ahead and jump into my specific VOO position, which if we look at it here, here's kind of my buying history. So if we go all the way down here and take a look at the very first buy, it was in May of 2019. So I've been investing in VOO for a little bit over 7 years now. And so if we go up here, you can see I bought one share, and then a lot of partial shares. So that's another thing to not be scared of on VOO if you're looking to buy it for your first time. The share price right now is, I believe, $678. And so with most brokerages now, they offer what's called fractional shares. So you do not have to go and buy, a full one share for $678. You can go buy fractions of the share. So half of it's going to run you around $330 something if you would go buy 0.5 a share now, and you can base it off dollar amounts. You don't have to base it off the share amount. So just keep that in mind. And as you can see, I continued buying VOO as we scroll up here: 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 24, 25, and even now into 2026. So I've been very consistent with my VOO buys. I don't have them on automated purchases. I probably should. I have something similar set up for my wife. Hers does automated purchases of VOO, which is a great thing too if you want to make this extremely passive. But as you can see, all the way up into 2026 here this month. Taking a look at the overall position, like I mentioned before, the total value is $34,161 right now. The shares owned are right around 50, and my average cost on those shares is around $542. And so that puts us at a total gain of around $6,827 just in my VOO position. And as the market has moved, obviously this number has gone up and gone down, but one thing that I try to do, like I mentioned before, is just consistently buy. If the market's at an all-time high, I'm buying. If the market is crashing and going to the floor, I'm especially going to buy during that time. So overall, sitting at almost a 25% gain in my VOO account over the last 7 years. If we subtract out the gains, it puts us right around $27,000. And if you actually go back and look at this over the last 7 years, you do some simple math: 365 days a year, $10 a day, multiply that out. This $27,000 comes out to an average of right around $10 a day over the last 7 years that I've been investing into VOO. And so that kind of gives you an idea of what VOO could grow into, even in a short amount of time. But to give you a better idea of a long-term return that you can expect, I went ahead and threw these numbers into an investing calculator. Real quick, if you're new here, my name is Kate, and I share all my learnings and experiences from building a six-figure portfolio in my 20s. I don't work in finance. I didn't go to school for finance. I'm a mechanical engineer by trade, so I just enjoy sharing my learnings and what has worked for an average guy like me. So if you're into that, hit the subscribe button down below. I would greatly appreciate it since I'm a new channel. And let's get back to the video. If we put the numbers into an investing calculator for basically the cost of a Chipotle burrito, $10 a day, that's going to be $36.50 a year, which comes out to about $304 a month. And so we're going to put that into the calculator, assume an 8% annual return with dividends reinvested, of course, for 30 years. And so looking at this, you would have contributed around $109,000, but get this, you will have earned a whopping $320,000 just in interest from your VOO position. And to put the cherry on top, here's a table that kind of shows the growth potential of this. But check out year 10, that's when you earned about $4,000 just in interest. So that is more than your original contribution at this point. Year 20, you would earn almost $13K in interest alone. So that's about 3 contributions just in interest. And if you fast forward to year 30, you earned over $31,000 in interest. And so divide that out, that's 8.7 contributions alone. So if you $10 a day, 3,650 bucks, divide that out, that's 8.7 of that you are going to be earning just in interest from your VOO position of just having it invested in the market. Also, huge tax hack: if you do this inside a Roth IRA, that $320,000 in gains is tax-free in retirement. If you do this in a normal traditional brokerage account like I have, like I'm showing you here, you are going to be paying taxes on it when you do pull that money out. But if you're new to a Roth IRA and you want to learn more about it, or you haven't heard about the account before, I did a quick video. I'll link it up here where I explained it in less than 5 minutes. So check that out after you finish watching this video, because now I'm going to give you my biggest learning from investing in VOO over the last 7 years. The hardest part about this 7-year investing journey with VOO wasn't actually picking VOO or what to invest in, but it was just consistently investing into it no matter what the market was doing. I'll kind of pull this here. A friend of mine got it from me and I've showed it in other videos, but this is kind of a chart of the S&P 500 over like all the way back to 1928, and it shows what, all of the crises that have happened in the market every time someone has said, hey, the world is ending or whatever it might have been. So you can look at this. There's been plenty of times in the market where people are saying, this time is different. It's not going to go back up. And time again, it has done that. I mean, just in the last few years, if you think about it, we've had a pandemic. We've had negative oil prices, if you remember that. We've had rampant inflation. We've had the Ukraine war. We've had the war breakout with Iran. There have been a ton of factors over the last even just 5 years that many different people could have pointed to and say, this time is different. And the question of if I went back and started from zero, would I invest in VOO again? And the answer to that is, drum roll, yes, I would. VOO is the S&P 500 index. This is the benchmark that all traders try to beat. If you look over a 15-year period, 85 to 90% of professional managers and hedge funds cannot even beat the market. Warren Buffett himself told his wife if he ever passed away, he wanted her just to invest in the S&P 500. That's a guy who does professional stock picking for a living, telling you to just buy the S&P 500 index. It's a great index. It adds the winners automatically. When companies fail or go out of business, it automatically cuts them. I mean, it's basically an active fund manager in itself, but for you, it's just a completely passive investment. And so if I had to go back and start from zero, I would 100% start with VOO again. I think it is a great foundation for any portfolio, and honestly, I think almost every portfolio should have a foundation of VOO. Just in case you aren't familiar with VOO real quick, the expense ratio is 0.03%, which is a super low expense ratio for ETFs. This is a yearly fee you will pay for owning the fund. 0.03 is very low compared to a lot of ETFs out there, so one of the many reasons I like Vanguard funds and the reason that I like VOO so much. Getting into the meat and potatoes, the performance of VOO, which is what everyone cares about. If we take a look at this here, it's easy to see how a position of VOO could have done very well over the last few years. The 1, 3, 5, 10 years, and even since the life of the fund, since inception in 2010, the average is 14.25% right there, which is great. And this is higher than the historical average, accounting for inflation. If you go back and look at the S&P 500 the last 30 years, it's around 7.5 to 8%. So will these gains continue? That's hard to say. I'm not a betting man. I'm not into telling you what the market's going to do tomorrow or over the next 5 years. All I know is that dollar cost averaging has proven to be a winning strategy. So that is my plan, to continue dollar cost averaging to make sure that you get at least that average return of 8% that the S&P has done historically. If we click over to the research side, we'll be able to look at the top 10 holdings here, and we'll kind of run through them real quick. NVIDIA, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Broadcom, Google, Meta, Tesla, and Berkshire. So the top 10 holdings account for over 38% of the S&P 500, or the 520 holdings that are in VOO. That is pretty high, and so just know when you're investing into VOO in this ETF that the majority of your money is going into these top 10 holdings right here. But it just kind of gives you a good idea. Let's say you put $100 into VOO, $38 of that is going to go into these top 10 holdings right here. And so that's a good way to kind of think about that when you're investing in VOO. So I hope you found the look into my $34,000 VOO position helpful. If you're new to investing and just getting started, check out this playlist right here. It has a lot of my learnings and mistakes from building a 6-figure portfolio in my 20s. Or else check out my latest upload right up here. But thank you for watching. Hit the like button if you haven't yet. I greatly appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one.